Hey everyone, and welcome to RaceX Academy, the channel where you can learn everything about mechanics for motorcycles and cars. I'm Dave, your instructor, and today I'm going to answer a common question. How many times can you bleed brakes? Bleeding brakes is the process of removing air from the brake system. Air can enter the brake system when you replace or bleed the brake fluid, or when there is a leak in the brake line or caliper. Air can compress when you apply pressure on the brake pedal, reducing the hydraulic force that is transmitted to the brake pads or shoes. This can cause a spongy or soft feeling on the brake pedal, a longer braking distance, or even a complete loss of braking power. Bleeding brakes is a simple procedure that involves opening the bleeder valve on each wheel and letting the brake fluid flow out until there are no more bubbles. You will need a clear hose, a container, some fresh brake fluid, and a helper to assist you with this task. But how many times can you bleed brakes? Is there a limit to how often you can do it? The answer is, it depends. There is no fixed rule on how many times you can bleed brakes. It depends on several factors, such as the condition of your brake system. If your brake system is old, worn, or damaged, it may be more prone to air leaks and contamination. This means that you may have to bleed your brakes more frequently to keep them in good shape. The type of brake fluid you use. Brake fluid is the liquid that transfers the pressure from the brake pedal to the brake pads or shoes. Different types of brake fluid have different properties, such as viscosity and boiling point. Some types of brake fluid are more resistant to water absorption and evaporation than others. This means that they may last longer and require less bleeding than others. The frequency and intensity of your braking. If you use your brakes often and hard, you may generate more heat and friction in your brake system. This can affect the quality and level of your brake fluid, making it more likely to degrade or boil. This means that you may have to bleed your brakes more often to prevent problems. As a general guideline, you should bleed your brakes at least once a year as part of your regular maintenance routine. You should also bleed your brakes whenever you notice any signs of air in your brake line, such as the brake pedal feels soft or spongy when you press it. You may have to pump the pedal several times to get a firm response. The brake pedal travels farther than usual before you feel any resistance. The brake pedal sinks to the floor when you hold it down. The brake fluid level in the reservoir is low or drops quickly. You hear a hissing or bubbling sound from the brake line or caliper when you apply the brakes. You see bubbles in the brake fluid when you open the bleeder valve. Bleeding your brakes is an easy and inexpensive way to improve your braking performance and safety. However, it is not enough to keep your brake system in optimal condition. You also need to check and replace other components of your brake system, such as the brake pads or shoes. These are the parts that create friction with the rotors or drums when you apply the brakes. They wear out over time and need to be replaced when they reach their minimum thickness. The rotors or drums. These are the parts that spin with the wheels and provide a surface for the brake pads or shoes to grip. They can get warped, cracked, or grooved over time and need to be resurfaced or replaced when they exceed their maximum runout or thickness variation. The calipers or wheel cylinders. These are the parts that hold the brake pads or shoes and push them against the rotors or drums when you apply hydraulic pressure. They can get stuck, leaky, or corroded over time and need to be cleaned, rebuilt, or replaced when they malfunction. To learn how to check and replace these components step by step, and to get more tips and tricks on how to maintain and repair your motorcycle or car, you should check out our courses on RaceXD.com. RaceXD.com is the best online platform where you can find high-quality courses on mechanics for all levels of experience. Whether you are a beginner or a professional, you will find something that suits your needs.